It's all about technique and practice. You have to stay crisp out there. Now, many years ago, we saw bass in heavy cover. We found bass in really heavy cover. Now, we ask, nay, we dare to find bass in really, I can't believe how heavy this cover is, cover. There it is. And we're back. Only years ago, audiences across the world fell in love with the most successful bass fishing film sequel of all time. And we've returned with a film so true to the bass fan, yet so controversial that most theaters won't show it. That's the only reason. Now here we are, visiting beautiful Montana, Montana to the Spanish, the land of the mountain, not your typical bass territory. Now sir, you're from around here. Are there any bass in the state of Montana?
Well,
What? Believe that there are any bass in Montana?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
I think they're a southern fish.
I believe anything that people tell me, so if you say there are, there must be.
Well, no.
there is no such thing as bass in this freaking state.
Silly folks. There are two main reasons why people believe it's not so. One, the BPA, the Bass Protection Association. Round these parts, we don't take kindly to bass fishing. That was in southern Montana. The number two reason, the cover is just that heavy. Now, as we mentioned, the cover in Montana is just that heavy. There are many different kinds of cover. And here, right now, we'll show you all of them. Bass in no cover. Bass in heavy cover. Bass in comfortable cover. In winter cover. Bass in bathroom cover. Ah, sick. I'm not eating this one tonight. Bass in really, really heavy cover. Bass in really, I can't believe how heavy this cover is, cover. The BPA acts like they don't exist. Not in Montana anyway. And they have a lot of people fooled. They have others paid off in rainbow trout. But we all know that ain't no trout tastes like a bass. Growing up as a young Polish kid on the streets of Detroit, I learned all I could about bass. And when I sniff out trouble in bass territory, I come fishing. Okay. Well, after a long day of bass fishing, one can get a little tired and, well, a little lonely too. That's why I turned to one of the more popular sites on the internet, basssingles.com. Wow. With up to 30 bass chicks, you're sure to find some love. It's time to reel one in. So, with those two reasons not to look for bass in Montana, we go out into the wilderness to find the truth. Now, the secret to covert bass fishing is to be covert. We're gonna have to go deep, deep inside the cover. It's BPA scouts. Now that's some heavy cover. Now this here, people call it Cottontail River, but it was originally known as Legend of Bass Lake.
What?
Breaking my line. No success here. We need to go deeper in. Follow me.
With this handsome kid, sick a cigar right from Cuba Cuba. I just bite it, it's for the look, I don't light it. Ill way to ammo on the hand, stay on play. Give it up, jiggy, make it feel like foreplay. Yo, my cardio is infinite. Big Willie style's all in it.
We've been locked in a 10-hour battle with mega bass. That's all I can guess it is because it's one of the strongest fish I've ever fought. Look, he's coming! I know it! What? Get that out of my face! Alright, I'm sorry. We just need to regroup. Move to a new spot where the real mega bass lives. You may say, that's not heavy cover, that's the ground. Well, that's just how heavy the cover is. You know how I know? Taco Bell hot sauce. It leads us to the bass every time. We'll get to see what lies under that heavy cover.
It's a BPA flotilla.
We just need to try something a little more serious. A very unconventional method. Chewy granola bars. The bass cannot resist them. Woo. Did you see those bass jumping? That's what the BPA doesn't want you to see. That's mega bass. We've got it. We may have changed the world of bass fishing forever. It's Bass Babe 300. Hey, nice bass. Now that you've seen proof that the bass does exist in Montana, how do you feel?
Bewildered, confused, betrayed by the BPA, who has consistently told us otherwise. It's devastating.
Sir, how about you?
Oh, sure. Maybe not. I don't know.
Sir, now that bass have been proven to be in Montana, how do you feel?
I think it's a hoax.
You've seen the bass.
Yeah, they were brought here from Mississippi, though, I think. Don't you?
Do you think you will take up bass fishing now?
You dang well better believe it.
I think there are, but I'm not sure.
I can't believe it. You've seen the bass, the real bass, and that type of bass only resides in Montana.
A Montana bass.
And how do you feel about that?
I think a Montana bass looks a lot like a trout.
As you can see, we still have much work to do. However, the bricks have been laid down for a new generation of bass fishermen, even in Montana. They're inspired, they're encouraged, nay, they're empowered by what we discovered in really, I can't believe how heavy this cover is, cover. That's a coon dog, Max. You know, you need a coon dog when you're out there on the fishing circuit. It's a requirement. Besides, can't get a better fish dog than Max.
Now I'm trying to get back. Before the cool done run out, I'll be giving it my bestest, and nothing's gonna stop me but divine
Only years ago,
I reckon it's again my turn.
with the most successful bass fishing film of all time. And we're back. Ma'am, do you believe that there are any bass in the state of Montana?
Hardly. It's way too cold up here. And the trout have a union that would keep the bass out. It would never ever work.